we can be heard, but now we can be.
Yay!
Oh my god, there was no transition.
There was no
I'm a terrible
transition.
producer, but now we're live. We're here, and I'm going to be looking about as I post the notifications of that everywhere.
Should we
Um,
just hire a producer?
we might want to. Anyone want to be a producer? Does anybody have
We'll
any
give you a
interest
nice reference.
in being a producer?
That's all we've got to pay you.
I'll
Is
post it in the
nice, kind
Mahjong chat.
words.
What is this? Oh, apply site doing some experiments. Interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
if you hear the strange noise, it's because next door, having been quiet for the last 4 hours, suddenly decided it was time to start drilling again.
yeah, Gemma's been having having neighborly issues with her neighbor.
I feel like all neighbor issues become much more intense. And my other neighbor, I want to point out, social distancing does not include having a bottle of wine with
I
your
need to
mate
like.
on a park bench. That's not
Mm,
social distancing.
well,
I said nothing apart from gave them a glare out the window. I was like, mm.
I'm gonna be like I'll be devil's advocate. Like it is one thing if it's all about contacting less people, right? So if it's you and one person and you see one person and you're both not near, it's not the same thing as going down to a crowded pub
Oh
full of
no, I
50 or
mean, yeah,
60 people. Like
in the great scheme of breaking the rules, but when I've had people who've had to drop stuff off and they're my friends and we've just had like, a 30-minute conversation, we've always stood 2 meters away, not sat next to each other on a park
maybe your
bench.
friends just don't like you that
I
much.
do smell
Maybe
a
they're just
patch.
like, mm,
Everyone's like,
yeah,
thank God.
yeah,
Now we've
like
got a legal basis on standing away from her.
look, yeah, I'm sorry, it's social distancing. I can't. There's
Hi,
nothing I can do.
Bionel. I'm not sure why
Hello,
we have
Bionel.
Nazis already. It's a bit early in the stream to
No,
start
no,
with.
no, no. We can't go straight to Nazis. You gotta
We have
let
to
us warm.
warm up to it.
Please don't spoil the gimmicks. You gotta let us warm up to it. We can't go directly to Nazis because it just doesn't work very well. You gotta get places. Actually, I'll be honest. Um, in a little bit of vaguely positive news,
Woo!
things here in New York are getting more under control. And I'm choosing my words a little carefully. We still have a lot of people infected, and we still have, I think,
Mm.
right now it's like 40 or 50 people dying a day on average. So we're still
Those
suffering.
are those are better numbers than
Yes, yes.
it was
It's
like a
hard to
thousand.
talk about better. Like I don't want to be that guy like everything's fine now. It's like people are still suffering, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's order of magnitude less infections and an order of magnitude less deaths per day, and seeming to trend downward. And so
Hmm.
some good news. Again, I'm trying to be.
Yeah, no, I find our relationship with numbers interesting because like when we went into lockdown, at least in the UK, like the deaths per day were, 2 digits.
Mm,
And now we're looking still at 3-digit numbers, I think maybe 400 and something deaths again today. But we're like, oh, that's really low. And I'm like, oh my God. you know?
yeah, yeah. I mean, but
Because we
again, it's like you,
saw,
you look at this horrific number we were at. The worst was
yeah.
like 900, and you look at 40, and you think, good. Like
Yeah.
that's 5% of what it was. That's so much less, and that's true.
Yeah.
So much less.
Yeah.
But like at the
It's
same time, it's eh, like
it's difficult. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Like that's still 40 people who've
yeah, it's still 40 dead people. It's still terrible. But again, I'm happy that things seem to be getting more under control. That things seem to be better. I
mm,
don't think so. Parts of the state are opening back up under like they have guidelines. Like the state
or
government
like
has specific
curbside and stuff.
metrics as to
Yeah.
what your county needs to be at to consider yourself ready to open, and then how you have to behave after you do.
Oh, that's right. And
So
because you're done by states, and then you also have all your counties that can do their own laws, right?
um
Or rules.
there's some amount of county level authority versus state level authority. I am incredibly not a lawyer. I
Mm.
cannot. I don't have like authoritative knowledge of these things, but because the state's divided into administrative districts like counties, yeah, we can open up county by county. So
Oh, that's
some
good then.
counties of the
Yeah.
state have hit the metrics. They don't have so many infections. Their infection rate's low enough that they're okay. New York
Mm.
is not at that point yet. I'm not surprised. We were really the worst of it, so we're not at the point where we're being told it's okay to open stuff up. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll just kind of work with it step by step. I mean, I'm happy things aren't like they were a couple weeks ago. It was really rough. So
Yeah.
world news from Dave. Do, 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 do. That's what we got. More pertinent mahjong news from Dave.
Hey.
It is going to be time tomorrow for the next instance of our online league, which we're going to be doing a bunch
So
of
what?
stuff
What's
for.
this is the U.S. Professional Mahjong League, right?
Well, it is and it isn't.
Okay.
I mean, it is. We're the ones hosting it, but it isn't
Okay.
in the sense that given the situation of the world and given the fact that we're online, it is an open league for anyone to participate in who wants to right now.
Great.
So everyone, very welcome to join. Don't care where you're from. The only thing you'll need is the ability to log into Tenho and a Tenho ID, because I don't think you can put
And this has
names.
become super easy now that most of the client is in English, thanks to
Yes,
Apply Cyan My.
yes. So everything's a lot easier than it used to be, which is great. We'll be tracking right now. We're tracking by Tenho ID, but we're going to start associating Tenho IDs with people because we like people. What just clicked? Something clicked. How strange.
I have never heard Dave say the words we like people.
We like people. We want more people to come and hang out with us. So it's a
The
good deal.
quarantine has done strange things to this boy, I'm
Oh
telling you.
yeah. Well, I don't see any people anymore. So now any new amount of people is like good. So I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
okay with any new
it's
people.
strange how all these the introverts have suddenly found their little extrovert.
Well, the going out for the day and talking to people and going places, like that's all stopped. So now whenever I see people, it's like, ooh, a little treat.
Yeah, I've got time for this
It's
now.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can think about this. It's okay.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
So any news from the UK, Gemma? Do we have any exciting?
Oh, it's still miserable as fuck. Yeah, I think we're. I don't know. It's difficult though because we're a whole island. You know what annoys me about England or the UK? Sorry, I should say the UK here. Is that we were an island, and I feel we should have done better. We're now the worst hit in Europe with 45 to 50,000 dead. These are obscene numbers for the size of our
Yeah,
country.
what the
And
heck?
the fact we're an island, geography was on our side.
Yeah, I was gonna say if this was the Middle Ages, you'd be doing good.
Back to the Nazis. That's why they couldn't invade us so easily. um, I spend my life in abject horror now, and yeah, it's I don't know, like I don't know everyone, it's kind of touched parts of my actual life, people I know, and
Mm.
that I have not enjoyed.
Mm.
But
It's pretty
yeah,
rough.
yeah, I don't enjoy quarantine either. So if you don't enjoy
You don't
quarantine,
enjoy quarantine? How could you not enjoy quarantine?
well, some people, I don't know. I guess people come through waves. Like I feel
Oh.
like you were okay with it initially. I'm not sure how you're feeling about it now. I've never really liked being tied down to somewhere.
I mean, I know I say this repeatedly, and I'm just gonna say it again. Like, I'm super fortunate. Everything is super easy for me. I think that was just a WhatsApp. Someone is WhatsApp messaging me, and I'm going to make sure they don't.
I've like it's not like I've had any hardships at all. I'd like to point out, because from before when the UK messed up other things like mad cow disease, I became a prepper at a young age. So I've just, I had all those endorphins going, yeah, Gemma, finally, everyone laughed at you, and here you are eating your huge amounts of oatmeal.
That's
Yeah,
the revenge you need. By the way, hello, Dr. Balan. I see you in our
yeah,
chat.
but I don't know, like I like traveling. Like now I do, I obsessively watch the buses go past my house. Just imagine if I could be on one. I want to be at an airport. I just want to travel. I just want to be
Yeah,
moving.
I want to go somewhere. But as I said, like I'm super lucky. This has really just been a bit of a weird vacation where I just sit at home and like, yeah, it's
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, I guess the biggest thing, and I'm sure lots of other people think that as well, is that you have all these things that you want to do in a year, and like basically in the
It's
space of a couple of weeks.
all been smushed. Everything
Yeah,
has been
right.
smushed.
Honestly, if you want something canceled, guys, just let me know. I'll do it for $5. I am really hot at canceling stuff now. Like people just message me from the UK, like, "Oh, we need to cancel." Yeah, don't worry, I'm already got it. Cancel, cancel, cancel.
Cancel.
I'm good at canceling.
Canceling it? All right. Speaking of abject horror, though, I believe we have some mahjong lessons queued up for today,
Yeah.
and I
So
believe one
Dave
of them
sent.
involves the abject horror of me
I
just
know. I'm afraid, unfortunately.
beefing it really hard.
Yeah,
Um,
Dave sent me this list of like huge list of 10 whole logs, and I just clicked on
it's
around random.
from our last league session. We're seeing what we
Yeah,
can do about getting some good reviews of those going on.
yeah. So I clicked on one randomly, and I just started laying into this player, and then I realized it could be Dave,
It could be
and it
Dave.
was Dave.
Now, obviously, all of you in viewerland think that I am fundamentally infallible and would never make mistakes, and I'm sorry because there comes a time when you realize that your heroes are human too. And like everyone makes mistakes, even me. And this is a shockingly big goof, I have to
Mm.
say. Like it's not completely irrational, but it's a goof. I'm teasing it really hard, so
Yeah, you
everyone's
are
going to be
teasing
not
it
that impressed by it when they see it.
as you click
um so let's see. I
heavily.
want to switch. I want to fade transition. I'm
You
being
are,
the
that's
producer
what
too.
he's doing.
So mostly, I think Gemma's going to be our primary producer. I'm going to be backing her up by shuffling the images around and occasionally justifying myself. But let's see. Let's see about our what would you discard. Let's see if this works. We'll go.
I think you need to keep it closed initially.
It's all
Keep,
closed. It's all
okay. Apart from your hand,
okay.
Asan.
What? Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay, it fades out and it
I
fades
can.
in. Here we go.
It was open then. Close it. Close the hands.
Wait, close it. Why close? What?
Close the, so I can't see all the hands.
Oh, how do I do that?
I
Oh,
don't know, mate.
I did it.
Hey, you did it. Look
Okay.
at that English, guys. Wonderful. Dave
Yeah.
did it with the power of English. You didn't have to sit there.
I didn't have to sit there being like, what do those mean? Gemma, tell me,
Yeah.
help, please, help. Like a giant baby. All
So
right,
take me
so
through
just to be
what.
clear, let
Yeah.
me set it up. Dave is the hand you can see.
Yeah.
And Dave will comment slightly saying that it's East Fourth. I pulled ahead a little bit in the early game, but not as much as the player to my left did. I think they won something big. And I've been catching up a little bit. It's my deal, so I'm being a little aggressive, wanting to get stuff done. And I've got like a Tanya Dora 1 thing going on, but I'm playing fast and cheap because I'm like, hey, I want to. Hey, welcome back, Troll of Nova. Good to see you. But I want to keep the deal. I want to hold on. I want to get some momentum going. That's where I am, and now I'll let Gemma discuss.
Yeah, well, I mean, so here you throw out the 8-man, if I remember correctly. Yes. What were you thinking at that point? Because obviously it takes you to Tempai.
Yes. So I'm thinking I'm Tempai on the 3/6. I'm thinking I might as well go for it, and I'm thinking as far as things to throw. Again, in my head, I'm thinking I'm going to throw the 5 or the 8. And so I'm like, well, I'm not going to throw the 5. Between the 5 and the 8, I think the 8 is the better pick because the 8 is less usable than the 5. I think that actually is factual that the 8 is less usable than the 5. So I banked on that. Now, I was also very nervous about pin tiles like the 3. So I'm thinking like the 3 is kind of locked in, but maybe I shouldn't have been. Again, there's lots of criticism. And I would say, honestly, I was a little tunnel vision-y about the option of the 2-so. I did not even consider it at the time.
Yeah. I mean, if we look at the player who's reached, I hope that you would find it difficult.
I remember a lesson we did last week.
Yeah. The man tile into that, I think, is
You can say it's bad. We already told everyone that there's going to be criticism here.
Okay, so if you had a really big high scoring hand here, I'd say yeah, sure, you just got to go for it, but you don't. No. You don't. It's Tanyao Dora. You are dealer. However, I would throw the 2-so, and dance around it, accepting the fact I might end up footy 10. Because you can throw both of those 2-sos, you can throw the 2-pin, you can throw the 5-pin. You probably won't want to throw those considering the other 2 players, but if you have to, you don't have to throw into that Ricci.
Yeah. So and my hope here is that by getting on the 3/6, I like overlap their weight and then can take advantage of their win. But I mean, first of all, forgetting the literal fact that I was wrong. The other important thing is this follows the exact pattern. I'm putting my hand up to like gesture it where I have it on my screen. Sorry, guys. But like this follows the exact pattern we discussed last week, where the 8-so comes out first, which is not the most telling thing. But then the chun. Okay, so the chun's now the least valuable thing. But then the 4-pin.
Oh, Dave, you're the best. Just segueing beautifully. I just want you to know that.
I know. then the 4-pin. At that point, the 4-pin is the least valuable thing in their hand. Is that the case? And then after that, an East. So like the 4-pin. Oh my God, the 4-pin is less valuable than the East. At which point you start to wonder like what's going on here, and that should have set my as I asked everyone else to do. I should have been like something weird is going on here. And
Right.
instead, I said, I'm going to rush ahead and try to finish quickly, which
Uh-huh.
isn't always the worst option when you think something weird is going on.
Mhm.
But I took risks that I should not have,
You
and
know
I
what? The
paid
four
for it.
pin's not bad though either. And
It's
then hope
not because,
that you draw the 4, 7,
yeah,
9
I could
man
have built something up in
and
the
kind
mans
of
and then thrown the 2 pin afterwards, and that would
yeah.
have let me
This
get
is
somewhere safely.
you've got a lot of options here to dance, but you'd go for it.
Yep.
And with
And
quite
the
a cheap
step forward is
and
my undoing.
yeah, do you want to click forward and then you
Oh
can
no,
see
I
what
don't want to see that.
yes, let's
That's
look at
not good. That's not good
let's
at
see the
all.
shame. Let's see the shame.
It doesn't let me.
Boom.
Oh, there we go. It just took a second to load that it was Hanemon.
Yeah. That's huge. You know, and that changes the game entirely. If you'd have folded,
Oh, because I also gave him the Itsu.
yeah. If you'd have folded,
Ironically, also, if I'd thrown the 5-mon. If I'd thrown the 5-mon, I would have been fine. Because they were not ready on the 5-mon.
yeah, but there's no way you could tell whether it was
Well, that's
5 man.
also like it's a 1-4-7-8 weight. That's actually a really good weight.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
No, it's a beautiful weight.
You didn't have to do this, Dave. That's
Yes,
what
I'm just saying. In addition to the big loss, it was also a very nicely constructed hand with a very good weight. I'm complimenting this player.
So that hand, you know, I think that hand was quite an obvious discard pool for a flush hand or half flush.
My tears continue.
Only because that's got entirely devoid of a suit.
Yeah, it's super obvious. No extra tiles from the suit came out ever.
Yeah. So there's some other indicators that you can use to work out whether they could be going for a flush hand.
Okay, let me see if I can't highlight Gemma's whiteboard a little more. I'm live editing the stream.
You're fussing, aren't you? I know. I need to.
And now you're big.
To find a way to do. Well, I mean, you promised me that you're also going to make me something that would do this easier.
We are on it. It is happening slowly but surely.
Why is this? Why is my notes gone to shit as well? Right. Okay. Oh, that's right. Because I just wrote. It's fine. Right. Okay.
So resolution options. What do you mean? What are resolution options? This is a 1080p stream. Thank you very much.
I'm just going to drink my beer.
I want resolution options. Hold on. I'm curious about this. Yeah, I'm streaming at 1080p, 60 FPS.
Got to get to affiliate, mate.
I do. Well, then we can do a 4K stream if you want to do a 4K stream.
Well, I can do a 4K stream.
Really?
Yeah, I'm affiliate, aren't I?
Oh my god. Fine. We'll do a 4K
girl,
stream.
Dave. Have you not worked out how Twitch works yet?
I don't. If anyone wants to listen to me do ASMR, please do not, because I do not.
No, they're all on OnlyFans now. They're gone now.
As I told you, I can't go on OnlyFans, but I can go on OnlyFan singular.
You can go on
I could get one
OnlyFans.
fan, and it would probably be a pity fan.
Right. Okay. Oh my god. I can't. Right. This is a little bit. It's a little bit falling off the bottom here. Okay. So I've got 2 discard pools here. Which one do you think is the flush hand? These little magnets. They've come out just a straight draw discard. I need to find a better way to show that, but that's what I've done so far.
Oh, I'm gonna say the top one is the flush hand.
Yeah. I think that should be. This one looks more like a Tanya Pinfu.
Maybe. It just looks more traditional to me.
I mean, that doesn't look right. That's probably.
The 5 is a little surprising. The 5 is a little surprising.
Well, so what's happened in this Tanya Pinfu is this 7/5 drop is someone discarding a less good shape and inside weight. They've probably got too many groups, and the 7/5 has presented itself as the least useful group, so they've cut it. Okay. So the sorts of things that make this an obvious flush situation is this tile, of course, comes out at the very end. They're probably tempai at this point, yeah? The other things that are, and you mentioned that with your own game, was the easy to use tiles come out early in 2 other suits. So the 7, the 6. They're coming out pretty early, and they're coming out before the honor tiles. So the honor tiles, which are less easy to use, you'd expect normally something more maybe like this.
Yeah, you'd expect the useless ends to be coming out at the beginning,
Yeah,
but
but they don't.
instead, some hardy center or more usable tiles than those at least are coming out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're going through the normal progression of outside in, but on these suits, right? They don't
Hmm.
want to. They're usually they tend to, even if you're going for a flush, you tend to keep the center ones to the end in case they do become useful or they become dangerous.
Hmm.
Um, so I would say this is quite clearly a flush discard pool. Yeah, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the early stage is this. If those tiles are coming out here and they're coming out before the honor tiles, you should be your alarm should be going. This could be a flush hand here. Other situations which are suspicious are if, for example, they cut a two-sided weight from their hand.
Oh yeah, that always looks weird. I mean, that implies that they have another unfinished set that
Yeah.
is more valuable to them than that set.
So this doesn't scare me quite so much because it's not a two-sided weight.
Right.
That looks like someone's upgrading something, upgrading a shape, or this
Yeah.
has just become useless because
I'd be a
another
little
shape.
nervous about that 5 just because at the point at which you see that 5 so come out, they've got to be doing pretty good.
Well, yeah, that
They've got to be pretty close to ready.
Yeah, this suggests they're either tempai or they're
They've definitely locked something in if they don't need a 5 anymore.
And so the other thing is it's not just the discard pools which really should be alarming you sometimes. It's when they start making calls for terminal runs, so like 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. If people are making flush hands, they tend to have to call the outside parts of the flush rather than the inside. People tend to keep the inside because there's a lot more you can work with there, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say they'll get away with calling it. Like I'll throw a 1 mon because I don't need a 1 mon, and then they'll be like, ooh, and they'll grab it because there you go, they get to advance their
So
flush.
if you've got a 2, if you've got a 1, 2, and you throw and the 3 comes out, they're likely to call it because they have to keep pushing forward, right? And the same with a 7, 9, for example, taking the 8 in the center. Of course, they also call a win that isn't their own. You should definitely be very anxious that they already know what Yaku they're going for.
So we have two comments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, continue. Finish what you were saying first.
So usually, if people call, that's usually because they're locking in a Yaku, and if you can't see the Yaku, it doesn't mean it's not there. So if they're in the south seat and they call a west, you should be going, someone's got something, someone's got a plan. Yeah,
I had a conversation about that last night actually, where someone called. They called like 6, 7, 8, and then they called 1, 2, 3 in a different suit. And I was like, as soon as you did that, I was never dealing east. It was east round or any dragon, because it became obvious you must have something else in the rest of your hand, and I know what it's not now. So I can't empower you with these tiles. So we have two comments from the two statements from the comments. Questions from the comments. A general question from someone who's starting to try to read pools. This is Barok Gisa. How do you differentiate between bad luck and going for a specific hand, or do you always assume the worst? Now, I'm assuming by bad luck they mean like
in real life because they start sighing and getting very angry.
They start yelling. I mean, like bad luck. I'm assuming an example of bad luck is like I have, it's east. I'm east. I have 1 east in my hand. I'm finally like, ugh, fine, and I throw the east, and then my next 2 draws are east.
So then that's your first step to discard pool reading. People, when they start discard pool reading, they look at the discards. Probably what you want to focus on is whether it's coming out of their hand or not. If it's just a straight draw discard, it gives you very little information. However, if it comes out of their hand, it gives you. As I said, so if the first east it comes out of their hand, there's not much information. They had an east, but that can mean anything. However, if they then pull another tile and throw it straight away, and it's an east, that's bad luck. However, if they throw another east out of their hand, that means they're going for something.
Right. It's a difference between me saying I choose to forego east. If I'm actively removing it from my hand, then I'm saying I don't want it. And why wouldn't I want it? Now, either I am making a terrible mistake and don't know what I'm doing, or I have decided there's something better in my hand. As you just said, there's something better in my hand that I do want that's worth more than this. And you got to think, especially in that situation of East round, I'm dealer. What's worth more than Easts to me? It's got to be something big and scary.
Yeah.
The ones with magnets were Tsumogiri, right?
Yeah, these are the ones that
the ones with the magnets on it were Tsumogiri, or they were discarded as.
Yeah. So the information here is that they held on to that green dragon over a 6.
Yeah, the 6. They saw the 6 and they were like, I don't care.
Yeah, the 6 normally be useful. In fact, most of the tiles before this green dragon would be more useful, but they hold on to the green dragon to the very last moment.
And yes, I mean, I know for sure that Tenho makes it clear whether a tile is discarded as drawn or not.
Sure
I don't know if Mahjong Soul does or not.
I imagine they must.
Probably most people do.
Yeah, it's impossible to think that they wouldn't. What are the other two questions? Does it feel odd when they drop the Yankan in 975? Oh, so I'd say, yeah. I mean, it is odd, but I would say so. Let's say the 9 was a draw discard. Yeah. And then the 7/5 just come out, but that could be someone upgrading a shape. If it was a 5/6,
that'd be a little risky. That'd be dangerous looking. Yeah.
That's more concerning. I mean, honestly, it could be that one.
Was what is Ryankan? People use these terms a lot.
Two-sided weight. Yeah, Ryankan just means two-sided weight.
So Ryan, the 5/6 would be an example of a Ryankan.
Yeah. So 5/6, you can accept a 4 or 7.
Right.
Is a two-sided weight.
Cool.
Yeah. I think. Was there anything else? Oh, damn men. Sorry. Ryankan. Sorry. 4/6. Yes.
Oh, so the Ryankan is the 3
tile
this
one.
Sorry.
Sorry. You got to use Japanese, not Romaji. I can't read Romaji. 975. Yeah. But this one, because it was a draw discard, means nothing.
Well, it means that they didn't consider the 7/5 to be worth upgrading to the 975.
I'll tell you what it means. It means it's Tanya.
Possibly, yes. That's a good reason why you wouldn't want it, because you just want to not even consider it.
Yeah. If you've already decided you're going for Tanya, why would you get yourself into a nightmarish situation? You just throw it. They throw the 7 here, suggests that they've locked in their shape around the man.
Maybe this is my approach. I would say it depends, because, like, for example, if I have 7/5 and I hold that 9, maybe I bail on Tanya and I end up with Pinfu if I get that 8. So, but obviously, I would imagine if the 9 is drawn and discarded in that situation, it means that they already feel like they're close enough to Tanya, or they have enough other better potential Pinfu sets that they don't need it.
Even if you want Pinfu, you don't want 975.
Yeah.
Because the horror situation is that you end up having to throw the 5, waiting on the inside.
That's great. That's Suji trap.
No, that's not a Suji trap. That's bullshit. What you're hoping for is that if you throw the 9, you either draw the 6 into it, or you draw a 4, and then you're upgrading your shape again, right?
So the one thing, so Badaku says awesome information. They had 0 knowledge about reading pools 10 minutes ago, which is great. We're super glad to be helpful. The one big caveat I always tell people is there are 2 things to remember when you're trying to read discards. Number 1 is that a lot of what we're discussing is based on the idea that your opponents are following certain trains of logic, which are reasonable. And so in some situations and in some play environments, people just do whatever, and that makes this much less accurate.
In Mahjong Soul, they're mostly going for flush hands.
It's a lot of aggressive flush calling is a way to play. And number 2 is that remember...
So Mahjong Soul, you have a lot of flush calling basically because flushes are one of the only kind of Yaku that are the same across all Mahjong rule sets. So people are coming into Mahjong Soul from maybe Singapore, Taiwan,
interesting.
And so that means that that's a hand that they understand and they see it immediately, whereas they might not play around with some of the more the Yaku that are specific to Japanese Mahjong. But that's not going to be the case as you get into the high rooms of Mahjong Soul.
Of anywhere, yeah, high rooms of anywhere. But the other important thing to remember is a lot of this stuff is like statistical and probabilistic, things like Suji in general, right? Suji, if you use Suji as a principle, more often you will be safe. Not always, more often. It's not a guarantee. All these things are about moving the statistics of your game, so you make the accurate call more often, and a lot of times you might make the right call logically, and you might still deal in, just because everything's not always the way you want it to be.
So this player didn't reach you here. But I would say that, for any player on the table, you should be reconsidering whether you're going to be throwing bamboos out.
The point at which they have an extra bamboo that overflows is a point at which you have to be like,
However,
oof,
if you're to the left of this player, i.e., Dave in the previous game,
dun dun dun.
I would probably start to be worried here.
The point at which they've clearly stated that everything before that is less important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a point.
So this is where your positioning works. So if you're opposite this player, I mean, I'd hope that you'd starting to build up a picture and think, bamboos might cause me trouble in the future. However, for Dave, they are going to cause a lot of problems because, of course, if you're the player to the left, you can throw not only a pawn, but the runs. And the runs tend to be more powerful when you're going for a flush.
So very quick question of explain Suji. I think I'll just quickly mention what Suji is. So we talked about two-sided weights, about how, two-sided weights is generally one of the best weights you can have. So for example, if we look at Gemma's board, we have that 4-5. That 4-5 is weighting on either a 3. That's a 3 or a 6. And so the idea of Suji is, that 3 and that 6. If someone's going for a two-sided weight, the 3 and the 6 are what they're going to be waiting for, or the 2 and the 5, or the 1 and the 4. And if you've seen that they've already discarded one of those tiles in that pair, you can think to yourself, if they have a two-sided weight, which they don't always, then they can't be waiting on the other side. So if I've seen that Gemma's thrown a 4 and she's in reach, I'm willing to say to myself, well, the 1, she can't be on the way for both the 1 and the 4 because she's already discarded the 4. So if I throw the 1, I have some more evidence, and this is the principle of Suji, I have some more evidence that it's likely to be safe. It's not guaranteed because she could be waiting on the 1 with other shapes, but I have some amount of evidence that there's some weights that she couldn't have that would include the 1. And I hedge on this because when people learn them and they start to play them as absolutes, and it's not an absolute. Yeah. It's just a likelihood.
Let's say I'd throw out that one, and I'm just throwing out some other crap that I don't care about. And then maybe I reach on
7. Reach with a 7. Oh, okay, reach with a 4. Okay. So I see here, what has Gemma thrown? She's thrown the West, the Hots, and the 9-mon. I can't really glean that much out of, I guess, a 9-mon technically. But for Suji purposes, I can look at that. Okay, cool. So the 9-mon's meaningless. For Suji purposes, I can look at that 2-so, and I can say, I know for a fact that if Gemma has the 3-4-so, and she's waiting on the 2-so and the 5-so, she's pretty 10. She's already discarded the tile that could complete her hand. And because of that, if she's on that 2-5 weight, I can throw the 5 because she definitely can't be waiting for it. Now, I'm sure you can think of a few other ways she could be waiting for a 5. So it's not a guarantee. But she could be waiting like this for
the way that this would progress likely is that you might have a shape that starts in your hand like this, right? Just imagine the other stuff's coming together. This is a strong shape, so you start to leave it, right? And then you draw a 5, right? Playing efficiently, you're going to throw the 2 first, yeah? And then let's say the rest of your hand, ties up together, and you're left with this. And so you want to reach it. You've got to tempai. You throw the 4. Yeah. So that means that the 4 is nice because it means that the 1 and the 7, because I couldn't be waiting for those in any incantation of what I just created here. Because of this 30-10 rule.
Yeah. We could still have 2 1s waiting for a third. There's still a few weird ways that it could happen. So again, it's not an absolute, but if you have nothing else to go on, it's a good way to help yourself.
Yeah, so if you're curious as well, anyone who really likes Suji, this is actually the Ura Suji for this shape, and this is the Matagi Suji. So Ura Suji is the back Suji, and Matagi Suji is the straddle Suji. So there are all these ways that we try to anticipate the direction it took to get to their final hand.
Yeah. I mean, in a broad sense, what you're doing is you're trying to make a model in your head of what you think their hand could be and how you think it might have developed. And this takes a lot of time and a lot of experience to be able to do effectively. From a personal standpoint, I am like mildly able to have some clue as to what might be going on, is how I would describe my skill level at this. I will say that I have had the privilege to play with people who are much better at this, and it's terrifying. Because they'll just sit there. You'll go into reach and they'll just sit there and they will never deal in, and they'll also keep building their hand.
So,
It's very impressive when people can manage to
you
play
can
that
go to
way.
the PowerPoint now, Dave.
Ooh, PowerPoint. Okay, let me put you back in your corner. Live stream edits.
No one puts Gemma in the corner.
Too late. I'm making you bigger though, so everyone can see you. All right. Step
But
2
I
is.
started with this one because I think that spotting flush hands is probably the easiest ones to spot.
Oh, look, we're all lined up now. It's great.
Yeah. So these are easy to use tiles such as 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are out in the early stages from only 2 suits. There's a potential 2-sided weight in the discards. They're calling for terminal runs, terminal pawns, or wins that aren't their own. The reason that people call for the runs and the terminals first is because they are more difficult to get locked into your hand. And then any unusual cuts, such as a pair from the hand, which is where I want Dave to seamlessly segue to the next, to the other
Step 3.
pictures.
I will say one thing, one quick add. I'll say anytime someone calls something with a terminal in it, I immediately get agitated. Not agitated, but like I immediately like you got something. And this is more of like a. I feel like at lower skill levels, most players love keeping Tanya as an option. They love keeping the option open for themselves of like going for the really quick hand that just finishes immediately, even if they're not playing aggressively for it.
I don't know if I did. I think I might disagree with you. I think that beginners overestimate Chanta. For some reason, beginners have an emotional attachment to Chanta.
I have an emotional. I want Chanta. I desperately want to love Chanta, and it never happens. But when someone calls something like a 1-2-3 that eliminates them from so many other options, I often get a little like, okay, you've got something going on. Probably I should be aware of what you're doing.
So I think I sent you 3 pictures of me building a flush hand, which was quite an insane flush build. I'd like to point out.
Badukisa says they heard there was a player in a tournament in Finland when a player called Roni basically just said Tanya Sancho 3-4-5 and paid before even seeing the hand.
I mean, that's rude, but I can believe it.
All right, let's see. I have your threes. Your 3 steps of 3, which
step 3, the 3 photos, the 3 pictures.
All right, step 3, picture 1.
Yeah, you can see my starting hand.
This is Roan 2 for those who have not seen it before. Roan 2 is JPML's client, actually. It's a little clunky looking, but it's very functional and has a huge, huge library of games. In fact, one of the most amazing things about Roan 2, I'm going to do a little Roan 2 ad, I'm sorry, is that there's a library. I think every pro who plays on it, you can see how much is there, like all of their games are a huge library.
Yeah, it's a huge. I mean, they fall off at the end at some point, but I don't know at what point they fall out. You can see hundreds of games though.
Yeah, so if you're looking to analyze professional games, like Roan 2 is an amazing resource. It's unfortunately not translated at the moment, but it's super useful. Anyway, I'm sorry. Pray continue.
Yeah, so then you can go to the second picture. Okay, I just want you to see how I start off. I start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles in the pin suit. And then it starts progressing fairly normally, I think. It progresses normally. I throw the 8-man. For some reason, I wasn't going for Sanshoku that day.
Yeah, what the heck?
I know, right?
What the heck?
And then it goes normal. The South and the Red Dragon after the 8-man, I wouldn't say that was anything particularly curious because the 8 is fairly on the end. It's not particularly useful.
I could imagine the 8 was like an orphan. The 1 shows another end tile, South and Chun Meh.
Yeah, these are not.
These are too weird.
There's nothing that you can read from this. But here I am building something not too terrifying yet. But if you go to the final picture, you can see what happened in the end.
What did you do?
See, this is where we're talking about bad luck. So if you look at that, I think it would be difficult to read for a lot of people that this was a flush hand. However, there is one giveaway that it is a flush. No.
The 4 before the ones.
No, the ones, because they both come straight. So for those who don't play Run, if it's a shaded tile, that means that it's come as a draw and a discard.
Direct.
So the 2 1-mans came straight out of my hand. So that is where your alarm bell should be going. Oh, she's upgraded to something. That 4, so that doesn't really mean anything. It's coming after the honor tiles. It could be anything, right? So I'm waiting on the 8 pin.
8 pin only right now.
I managed to upgrade it at some point.
Well,
it goes really crazy. I didn't quite understand what was going on myself. But yeah, so you have to remember these things happen. And that's why when you see a pair like that come out, I'm not going to try and hide it at that point. This is too expensive.
You're too close. It's time to go.
Too expensive to try and piss about hiding in my discard pools, which is what some pros will do. No, I'm gonna cut them. And so my friend on the left, as I said, should definitely be worried. But really, at this point, everyone should be a
It
little
looks like people are
frightened.
trying to shut you down, even if possible,
Yeah,
with
I mean,
fast
I
little
don't think
things.
I don't think anyone should be worried until the second one man goes down. The first one man, I mean, could be anything. The second one man, that's the clincher that I've upgraded to something.
Yeah. Scary.
I know
Scary. Why are you doing this?
it was pretty frightening. I was frightened. So yeah, and that's really the big takeaway is you definitely should be more worried if you're on the left as well, because you can start pushing their hand forward quickly.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, I don't know if anyone's got any questions before I push you on to the
Yeah, we should
last
give
laughing
everyone a
at Dave,
moment. Hey,
the final
hey,
laughing Dave.
is it really?
Yeah, I want to talk about you and your chin obsession.
Oh God. All right, I'll accept
I
it.
didn't complete
Oh,
the
and
hand Nelthram. I didn't complete
you
it.
didn't
It
make
deserved to
it.
be completed. I
You
think
did deserve
I
that.
forget what I upgraded the weight to in the end. I think I managed to get I drew another 9 pin or something.
Oh my God, yes, Sanonko.
Yeah, so I threw the 8. Yeah, and I was waiting on the 2 4 7 9, right?
I was so sad because
Mm.
there was no way to avoid being sad. I had a second discard reach in a game last night
Mm.
as dealer on Chitoy,
Mm.
waiting on a Forso.
Mm.
Um, and so I took it, and maybe I shouldn't have. I might have dominated to try to upgrade it, but I was
Mm.
so sad because the next two draws were thirds of two of my pairs,
Mm.
and I was just like, it's all the worst.
Mm.
And then I didn't even win.
It didn't even win.
It
That's
didn't
just
even
you
win.
can just carve that on my
Didn't
tombstone.
even
It's
win.
hidden away. With the ordering of the discard and the Forso and the one man be more of a clue? I don't believe so, because you could that Forso could be entirely an orphan, and I've held on to it in the hope that I'll be able to match it up with something. But I could have a 1-1-2 man shape, right? Which isn't a terrible shape. It's not great, but then I could draw the 3 man and throw the one
Yeah.
man out.
The
So the
Forso could
second,
have come out of like 445
yeah,
getting completed. So it's
exactly.
possible
Yeah,
that Forso came out of something getting completed.
yeah, it could be an orphan, or I could have been okay. Well, this is how this shape is going to look. So I'm just pruning at that point. I could have had a 1-1-2, draw a 3. Then I would just prune 1-1. Pruning 2 1s, suspicious. Bada Gisa
Oh,
says I am.
wants you to burnish your credentials.
Oh, I am a professional, and I am an active tournament player when we're not under coronavirus quarantine. Yeah, so I'm a professional of the Japan Professional Mahjong League. I've been a professional for 7 years now. I don't even know anymore. I qualified in Japan, but I mostly play now in Europe and America.
You're
Yeah,
in
Dave is in
America.
North America. Oh, thank you. Troll of Nova is
Yeah,
on this.
Trovo
Troll of
has got
Nova
it
should be
back.
our producer.
Possibly, yes. Submit resumes, please.
Yeah. Yeah, so I love Mahjong a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't get, I'm certainly not the best professional player. In fact, I may be one of the less good professional players, but I really do like teaching. And I've learned a lot of theory, and I've had that opportunity. So I hope that I can bring it outside of Japan to everyone here. Okay. Well, oh, yes. Dave's
Available come September. Oh boy.
I want this one to be open, the 10-hole replay, but right back to East one.
Right back to East. Wait.
The thing that enraged me.
Oh, the thing it did enrage you for no good reason. I got to be honest. I don't think there's a good reason for you to have been so enraged by this.
And it's funny because just today, and this is why I suddenly had lots more pictures. Just today, I played out a very similar situation, and it ended very different. So you can open the hands this time.
Okay. Let me. Bloop. Okay.
So I don't know if the player who is on the right of Dave, so the east seat, is watching. I'm going to tell you now, if you get this hand, don't be coy. Just call. Just call.
I am
everything.
a little shocked seeing this, to be very honest.
Yeah, I mean, but no, I'm actually not surprised, because a lot of players that come out of your stable, because you're so good at teaching new people not to just call everything, sometimes I think maybe they're a little too cautious. So I'm somehow blaming you, Dave, still for someone else's hand playing. Yeah, I would say if I'm you, you just call this through. So if we just click through a few until your first discard, I think.
It is a Sugoi Hi-Fi. This is quite the Sugoi Hi-Fi.
So if you, I don't know, you clicking through,
advance. Okay.
Might be on a lag.
5-so is first discard.
Yeah.
Which I'm also a little confused by, to be honest, given that the 6-so's in the hand already.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm wondering if there might not have been an issue, because sometimes if people like have a connection issue or something.
Yeah, or they've run off to make a cup of tea.
Yeah.
That's an odd one. 3 mana would have been more obvious, but hey ho, here we are. Yeah,
This is where you get mad that I don't throw the Chun.
Yes, this is
Because I
exactly
just
where I
throw the
get mad.
Haku.
And then you
to be
throw.
fair to be defensive, I'll say it's also possible because I was shuffling people into games.
Yeah.
It's possible that I was also distracted by making sure everyone was like.
But I will tell you one of Dave's big flaws in life. He really likes the red dragon.
I do. I like.
He really likes it, and I've seen him do some strange behavior with it. Now, that's not always a bad thing. If you can act unpredictably with a tile, that can be beneficial. However, not here. So our friend, for some reason, does not call the white dragons.
This still makes me think that they might have just not been.
I think you all disconnected. That's what I'm going to say. And then they draw the red dragon.
Well,
now,
if they'd called the white dragon, they would never have drawn the red dragon.
I know that we're not talking about that. Now that you've held that red dragon too long, that red dragon is insanely dangerous because of that one draw. So even if you're in your first 4 discards, lots of people, they just kind of go on autopilot. Do you know, offense to Dave, he probably is. He's half distracted, making sure that people's games are started.
Possibly. I don't remember. I'm not going to.
He's just clicking, I throw this one first. Yeah, but even your first discards, even the very first behaviors, entirely change the way the game goes, right? So because our friend on the right has not pawned the white dragon, they've basically now only got one chance to get the white dragon, and it could be in the dead wall. Because Dave didn't throw the red dragon when he had a good chance to throw it, he's now got a super dangerous, basically a live grenade in his hand that he could either throw into a big dragon's or a small dragon's. He should have thrown it when he had the choice.
If I'm going to throw into a big dragon. I'm just saying. It's going to be big.
I mean, the only argument, if maybe the dealer had thrown the red dragon, I could have said, well, maybe he wants to keep it safe. But even then, if you had to choose between white, green, or red, the red should have come out first. You're unlikely to draw one of the other 3. You've got reduced chance of that. Red dragon should have come out first.
Yeah, dealer tossing 5 first is definitely weird.
Yeah.
I'm curious, where did this hand go?
I don't know. I think maybe they must have woken up. I don't think it. Yeah. Then he starts calling. Oh God.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
But I got rid of that. I got rid of the other dragons very quickly, and they all went right by.
Yeah, you were lucky there.
Oh, it was a reach sumo here from this player.
I would have, Let's assume everyone's, but yeah, if our friend on the right, I don't know whether you were distracted off getting a cup of tea.
It's a little tough because that was like the first hand, I think, the first game, so it's possible people are a little distracted. I might have been. I don't know.
Excited that Tenho's in English now.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy who's making excuses. It's possible I was a little distracted, but it's possible.
Oh no, man,
I didn't think much, and I was like, blah, whatever. That is another thing I will admit straight up is my problem is that when I play online, I have a tough time focusing anywhere near as much as when I play in person, and I need to work on that. Because
Dave does have a Discord.
Yes, we do have a Discord. Well, we meet in real life nowhere anymore because no one can do anything ever again.
So I don't know if you can tell from our accents, but Dave is a New Yorker and I'm from the UK. Most of us are spread out. Really.
Yeah, there's a few different Discords. Rio did save me from the Sui, so.
No, I think probably sharing the USPML Discord is the best. You don't want to go into the British Discord. It's a hive of
human beings who are cool.
British people are awful. Let
me get my Discord link for everyone.
So, and then when you're done with that, Dave, I would like you to move on to this is a really good beer. This is my favorite beer, and I'm kind of sad I only bought 1 bottle.
I hate this. Why can't I? I have an invite code, but it won't show it to me because it thinks that I can disable it. Okay, there we go. Because Discord's in streamer mode, so it wants to protect me from showing things, but I don't need to be protected. I need to share the love.
To be honest, I need to be protected from myself, so I appreciate you, Discord. Don't listen to him. We take if I'm in the Discord, I will protect you from evil people as well because beginners are the lifeblood of this community. The USPML Discord's really good for that. There is another Mahjong community that I probably wouldn't recommend unless you like talking in anime girl emoticons. If you like that, then I've got a community for you.
Oh, You know, people. I mean, honestly, community-wide, people generally, if you're like, "Hey, I have a question. Hey, I have a thought," most people
Oh
are
yeah.
super happy to help and be like, "Oh,
There's lots of really lovely people around.
yeah."
Go to the next pictures, Dave.
Next
Now,
slide. Let's do it.
so I think
Um,
I've only got two pictures now, right?
this goes away. Oh yeah,
So picture one is the
picture one.
start. So it's a very similar start to how it's actually not as Segoy. It's not as amazing as our friends. However, as soon as I drew this, I was like, this reminds me of a situation I saw recently.
Mmm.
So I'm not going to be coy about this. I'm going to pawn like a crazy person. And the score, if you look at the scores there, I have not played very well this entire game. So when I first drew this, I was thinking I need to pawn the red, I need to pawn the white, and I'm going to go for a half flush probably. So
Seems to make some sense.
yeah, I mean, even then, I am really struggling to get to third place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's gonna be a rough
my
time.
my great hope is that somehow I will get an 8-pin the Dora, so that I can accelerate this to. I've got to basically I've got to get a Mangan direct hit, right, if I want to change it.
Um, with 1,000 on the table,
Oh, with five on the table, yeah, I could
actually, with
probably.
that on the table, the Mangan Sumo will do it.
Hmm.
Any Mangan hand will do it for you to get you
Yeah.
out of last.
So I'm aiming for Mangun here, right? Which is my plan. White dragon, red dragon, half flush. So now
Yep.
if you go to the second picture, you will see the horror that came.
Oh no!
So this is why I'm telling you. I mean, player on our left, it doesn't show it, but the green dragon. It's the player on the left who throws the
Oh, it
green
doesn't
dragon.
show
There's some,
the. It doesn't show
there's
the.
some.
They
I
threw
think
it.
I think probably because it flashes, and I took
Oh,
the
you took the picture of
stuff
the
at the
wrong
wrong
moment
point.
when it was flashed
What
off.
a dumbass. So really, that was very, very unlucky for them, I will say. However, I mean,
Oh my
that
god!
Buyman boosted me right up to second place.
You conned,
I canned.
and you got. Oh no,
But that's
Gemma.
what I'm saying. This was the moment when I was like, that's it. I'm going for it. It's just all steam ahead. And I had to make a choice between waiting on the green dragon or the south wind. And even though there was only one green dragon left,
The last green dragon on the
yeah,
table, and
but
they.
but having
Oh,
that Buyman would change
but
everything.
they shouldn't have thrown it.
I don't think they really. I think after because I they threw that green dragon, the second green dragon, after I'd pawned those two dragons.
That's what I'm saying. Like they
Yeah.
shouldn't have thrown. I. You can't. You
Ah,
can't.
yeah.
With two dragons showing like that.
Mm.
Now, I want to talk about. Everyone knows.
Let's say that they wanted a win, right? Maybe they had a fast hand and they wanted to lock this down, and they could quite well assume. And I'm still pissing about here.
Mm, so two Pongs of Dragons and a pair of dragons is Shosangen, which is little three dragons.
Mm.
So you get it's two. Shosangen is two
Mm.
Han, but
Two
because
hand.
it by nature comes with two Pongs of Dragons, it really ends up
Mm.
being at least four Han.
Mm.
So basically, this player knew by dealing that green dragon, they were risking dealing into basically Mongon 8,000.
Mm.
Which I guess wouldn't have. I guess maybe they felt like it wouldn't have taken them out of second place
I mean,
anyway. Actually,
I've got 3 Dora hidden in there and a toy.
yeah, it's true. They might have been saying, "Forget it, it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
If I give
I
her the
think
eight
that would
thousand,
have
I
been
don't care."
the only. I mean, the only thing that maybe should have concerned them was that 3-man that I threw. Maybe they should have thought that I had a Dora, at least one Dora, and they can't see any other Dora.
You threw it as drawn though, so they might have thought you had nothing even near it, and you might have just been like, "Forget it."
Yeah, that's true, but still,
Again, all of this is
yeah.
using your head trying to make a mental model of what someone else may be doing. So it's all speculation. Like
It really is.
I don't mean to sound super fussy about it, but I never want people to believe that anything we're saying is somehow this like mind reading or like you
Oh
absolutely
no,
know.
no, 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 no.
It's
It's
always trying to figure out your best guess and your best model of what people are probably
it's
doing.
really, yeah, it's a dark art. It's reading the tea leaves. Professor Snape would teach it if we were in school.
And to some degree, the other half of this is realizing that sometimes you're going to be Dave and you're going to make a mistake. Dealing that
Mm.
8-man was a mistake. And I can look back on that and say, I made a mistake and I should have seen something. And sometimes you're going to do everything right You're going to have all the right mental models, and you're going to deal in also, and you have to like accept that. Don't beat yourself up for that. Be like, what could I have known? What could have happened? Is there something I really missed here?
Hmm.
Or like, did this just happen? Because again, I tell people this all the time to keep them from being discouraged. Like, you take the
Hmm.
best four players at a table,
Hmm.
they're going to deal into each other. It's going to
Yeah.
happen. Someone's going to deal into someone. It's just going to happen, and it's okay. And what you want to do is you want to benchmark yourself and say, am I understanding this as best I can? Am I paying attention to everything I should? And am I making smart decisions? And the fact
Yeah.
that you
So
deal in sometimes does not invalidate that.
But that's exactly, I would say that they couldn't have read this situation. It would be very difficult to read this
Yeah,
situation. I think that they just got very unlucky,
to some degree, yeah. You're
personally.
right. Two
Like,
two of the three greens are dead already.
yeah,
The
yeah,
statistics are very low.
yeah.
The main reason you avoid it is because of the thing where it's like, but if I'm wrong, it's a big hit.
I would,
But they might have done
if
the
I was,
numbers.
if I was that player, I would assume that I was going for the third position.
Yeah.
I was going for red, white, I was,
Maybe a door or two in there, maybe a
yeah.
flush or something like that. The idea that you got the Shosungun is so remote. And then the three more Dora.
Yeah.
Um
And even if they throw into a Mangan, they still have second place.
Even if was it even Hanuman?
Yeah, they can throw into a lot.
Yeah, like even if they threw into Hanuman, they would have still been in second place. I'd say they were not irrational to run the numbers in their head and be like, um,
I mean, they
even if
might
I
be.
deal in, it's not a problem. I'll still be in second place.
I mean, second place, they might be pushing for first, maybe.
They were at 38 versus
I mean,
54. Well, they might have
the
pushed to
thing is,
keep the deal and keep
you've
going.
got to remember that, yeah, in yeah, they get to keep the dealer, they get to keep maybe pushing for first. And Run, it doesn't reward second place very well.
So everyone really wants to win. Everyone really wants to hit top.
Second and third, like, I mean, you get a little bit of reward, and third, you get a little bit of punishment, but it's not so bad.
Mm.
Which is why it'd be safe to assume I'm probably pushing for third, considering my score is so low. And he could probably be trying to lock in second, maybe push for first if he gets lucky. I would say that the green probably looks safe. It would.
It's not unreasonable. There's nothing like, what are you doing, dude? Although I might have been a little superstitious about it. I might have
But
been.
then that was exactly why I chose to wait on the green dragon, because they're already 2 out.
That's where the meta spirals out of control.
Yeah.
Right? Because the more you know about what someone else is thinking about what you might be doing, the more you can try to do things a little bit outside of
If I
that.
was playing on a table with Dave, I would not have thrown a green dragon, because I know he's a little shit.
Big shit. Thank you very much. So this is actually, Baruch said, this actually does tie into another conversation I was having last night, where there's two sides to it, right? It's true. Second place could have just sat there and been like, well, I'm in second place. Fourth place is pushing. I'm going to stay out of it, because probably if fourth place wins their push, they'll go to third. I'm still in second. I'm fine with that. It's all good. You can do that. You can choose to just be like, all right, I'm just going to chill. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that first place with so many extra points in this hand is probably just chilling out, especially after seeing that fourth
I'm
place.
not sure of that 4-pin drop.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a little.
They could throw into a lot. Could they have thrown into this Byman and it wouldn't have hurt them so much?
No,
But
it would have taken them out of first place if they threw into the
I would
Byman.
have taken them out of first place. You don't see Byman. You don't see Byman. There's no red fives here, so you don't.
Yeah, I don't think he's just chilling out, but he wouldn't be irrational for him to chill out, to just say like, I have so many points, I'm done. But the problem is, if you do just chill out, you're basically saying, I allow anyone else to win. And when you allow anyone else to win, they're going to get some points. So do you do that, or do you try to undercut them, or how do you balance those urges of, I don't need to take risks because I have points and I don't want to lose them, versus I don't want to just let other people keep making their hands and getting points. So I need to actually do something, and I think that push pull is an important thing. So general schedule: we stream every Saturday at 1 p.m. We are back in action. So every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. New York Eastern Time. Still going to be doing that weekly. It is vaguely possible that I'll stream other things at random times, although I've said that a few times and I've never actually done it. So don't take that as a promise, but our commitment is Saturdays at 1. So we usually end up streaming for a couple, 1 or 2 hours, maybe just hanging out.
Oh, they were tempi when they threw that green dragon. Waiting on the 4 or 7 man. I think if they drawn the south, they wouldn't have thrown it, which is why I decided to wait on the green.
Interesting. I could see that. South round, it's might be what you're going for. They can't see any other souths. I could see them holding the south.
Especially, yeah, I'm the south. It's double Yaku for me. Double hand, sorry. Yeah. If you Baduk as well, I am starting to stream a little bit more sporadically through the week, so you
I
can.
believe we do. What's it called? We forward you or whatever it is. If not, rehost. It's a
Mm.
rehost.
Yeah.
You can see Dave. It's true. You can see Dave make mistakes live in game, which we might go to do now.
Yeah, I think we've done the teaching part of it. I think
we have.
I have
So we have our instructionals.
yeah.
Let me go back to
Mahjong gem. That's me.
Hey, yeah, Mahjong. All right, let me start up my FF14 shenanigans. So give me a minute to be the producer.
But yeah, so I was streaming really regularly last year, and then life happened and I had to do work and it was boring. So I'm trying to start up again.
Life is always happening. Everything always
I
happens.
think at the moment my idea is that I'm gonna try out my lesson plans on my stream, so they'll be a bit raw. That one was quite raw as well, actually. I thought that one was more tight than it turned out to be.
Pretty okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
It's, you know, like music. The thing is, the more you give these lessons, the tighter they become.
That's true.
Because then more people ask you questions, and you're like, okay, well, I can anticipate what I'm missing here in this instruction.
Oh God.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Let me switch to our other scene, which should work. Hey, it works, and you can see that I now have a really stupid hat. Look at my stupid hat. It's stupid.
I've got no comments.
Look, all right, this is what you got to do. Sometimes you make the ugliest Final Fantasy character you can.
Oh, I love my character. My main is so ugly. He's got green hair, scars, and like, oh, he's ugly as sin.
I've got
I love him.
This is my rad mage. Well, it's just me, but I'm a rad mage. I'm not a red mage. I'm a rad
try re-rolling as a machinist.
You could just become a machinist. You don't have to re-roll.
Okay, but you know, okay, not re-roll, but still. Well, I did make a whole new character and a whole new server in Rage. Did
you really?
I was so angry.
You were really mad, and I don't know if I blame you. They really did.
Well, other people are enjoying it. They're saying it is better. I mean, honestly, the summoner wasn't great, but
I'm great.
But you know, the thing is, they changed it so dramatically that if you were used to it, you couldn't. It just wasn't what you knew anymore.
I can play advanced Mahjong now.
Yeah, WoW does need Mahjong. God, I haven't played World of Warcraft for years now. I think I realized that I'd been paying my subscription for like 2 years and not using it.
Oh my God. These people are stomping on me.
Yeah, so normally what we do is do a bit of instruction and then Dave plays a game and I laugh at him. That's about it.
I'm so proud of myself. I can cure.
Yeah, but we play on Final Fantasy. Are you queued?
Yes, I am queued.
We play Final Fantasy. I don't know why. Is he on the advanced queue now?
I'm in the advanced queue, but it's 3 out of 4 right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I guess I could go on and play.
No, I don't want to play against you. You're such a nerd. I just want to show off that I can now heal for no good reason.
If I'm going to play, I'm going to have to at least take a bit from my computer.
I can be like a secondary healer, which is super weird.
Do I have it on my PC as well?
I don't want you to be in the queue. Then we'll have to play Mahjong and you'll
be
there.
I'll give you 5 minutes. If no one
comes we'll give it 5 minutes. If no one goes, then we'll force the queue. I'm just gonna spin jump a lot. I can show off my different mounts. Highly recommend this game actually. It's super cool.
I don't.
Oh. Maybe I should go become a summoner.
Just piss me off even more.
Yes! Alright, let's do it.
And then be like, oh my god, this is the best class ever.
Where do summoners live? Do they live in Gridania?
So Dave, how strong are you?
How strong am I?
He's strong.
Somewhere between meaty and beefy.
I mean, the problem is, and this is the problem for all of us, is that the Japanese just beat us. All of these spaces are better than us. So most of my lesson plans, I'll be quite honest with you, I am reading Japanese books and repurposing them into English.
Oh, it's not there. Look at me spending money on teleports.
They are just so many levels above us. I'd love to know why. I'm not sure if it's because they just have more cultural contact with Mahjong. You know, lots of them can start playing from their teenage years, right? Whereas, I mean, I'm one of the longer playing Westerners, and I've been playing for 13 years, which doesn't come close to them. They have more opportunities to play. You know, they can go to Mahjong parlors every day after work if they want, which just gives them opportunities we don't have. And then part of me wonders if they're smarter than us.
I mean,
yeah, it's the same with Go. Thank you. Exactly. I just wonder if their entire culture is just better geared up to that kind of logical thinking that maybe we're not.
No, I mean, it definitely is more exposure to it. I think.
But it's not. Mahjong's not competitive though in the way that a lot of the Western board games are. You know, chess is a full-on. It's just a competition between two people, right? It's just a clash. Whereas Mahjong is this strange kind of cooperative competition. And the fact there's 4 people, and it's, you know, in some ways it's more like bridge, maybe, I guess.
I mean, it is. There's a social. Ooh,
before I was born. I was born a long time ago now.
Yes, 80 or 90 years ago, right?
It feels like it at the moment. I mean, I don't know. It depends how old people think I am. I remember Take That when they split up and everyone was crying in school. That might be too British as a reference.
I'm now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking. Great, I want to read a book.
I walk, by the way. Do I?
I mean, I think there's part of it is Go is actually a very good example in that a lot of Mahjong is a little similar to Go. Not a lot, but there's a substantial chunk of Mahjong theory that's very similar to Go, where you have these like micro interactions, right? Like ways that you should act with little pieces of tiles. And I think the attitude of studying that is something that people
I mean, Go is
need to be willing to take on.
Go is insane. I mean, that's far beyond anything I could ever play. I think it's just too much. Everyone is 21 to prove them wrong. Thank you. That is a good lesson. That's a good mantra that will get you far.
I'm becoming an Arcanist just to upset Joey.
So Mahjong hands can have a shape. Go is just knowledge built up, Avalon, do you think? I don't know. You can
definitely get places in Go by building up a library of knowledge.
Sure, but when I encounter Go, I feel like I'm a computer that's not very good.
I am prepared to reason.
Yeah, you get better the more you know. That's true, but you also have to be able to remember it and then recall it. You have to in Mahjong as well, but there's less patterns too. There's less. Mahjong's definitely one where you're. Go is as well, actually. Go is you're really fighting the other human, and Mahjong's like, but you're fighting 3 other humans in Mahjong, right? And that was when I say Mahjong, I say Riichi Mahjong. Riichi Mahjong is definitely Riichi Mahjong is you are playing the people at your table, whereas sometimes when you look at the other rule sets, I feel like maybe is more playing your hand than playing the. I wonder if I can get the Mahjong on here.
I might need it. Yeah, it looks like we're not getting anyone in the queue.
Oh, because I've got to go over to the TV and I've got to find the disc. Let me see if I
could switch to beginner queue also, I guess.
Give me a second.
But I don't know if I want to.
I am launching.
Okay.
I need my glasses.
I have to get rid of all my extra crap that I don't need.
This might destroy the stream though if I play Final Fantasy. That might be all of my computer power.
Oh no.
I don't remember my password.
You don't remember your Final Fantasy password? What are true blue gloves? Oh, they're for blue mages.
Ideal password is incorrect. This is basically my life whenever I try to do anything online now.
You know what my big problem is? I'm just going to be naked as soon as I...
Why? No, keep your clothes on.
Because I don't have any gear for this class, so I'm just going to be entirely like...
Hot stuff.
I don't... That's not how that's going to work. Alright, I have plenty of room now. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. If I put on this thing, suddenly I am naked.
Oh, I remember my password.
And I have no gear that can possibly fit me. So I guess this is my level 1. Oh dear. Where can I get clothes, please. Oh, there's a quest for me now.
I'm just ignoring him. It's probably for the best. No, I don't want to record my game. Go off, Microsoft.
Alright, I gotta go kill some critters. I'm just gonna wander around with... I don't care. I'm just gonna be who I am.
It's alright. Be who you are. Be the best Dave you can be.
I am. As I wait for this queue...
Right, I need to change the data center.
I'm not entirely naked, alright?
What am I again? Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh is where we want to be. Ooh, I have this book ability. Ruin! Check out my book!
Oh, wait, no, is that Ether?
The data center?
Yeah.
It's whatever the North American data center is.
There's 3, mate. There's 3.
Oh, I actually don't know then.
I think we're Ether.
Check out my book. Well, the thing about Go, there's a lot of Go knowledge in those little micro interactions, and you're like almost composing those micro interactions into a much broader. Oh, I'm level 2.
Let me see if I can turn the
A much broader conversation with the other player. So it's like all about how you put them together in many ways. It's very complicated. And then like based on what you do, you end up like weaving those conversations in different ways. It's I find it super interesting actually, but it's also bio. What did that do? Damage over time.
Right. Oh my god, what is this? Ooh, accept returner's bounty.
Ooh, you get a return? Oh yeah, because you haven't played in a while. They like you.
I've been playing, just not on the server.
I want a returner's bounty.
Oh, if I party with mentors, you can be my mentor. I'll accept your bounty.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me leveling up like crazy.
I don't think I ever left the novice network, to be honest. Right, okay, let's see how I don't know how to use
Wait.
this.
Oh, I'll change my clothes before playing Mahjong. I really don't want to play Mahjong naked.
How do I queue again?
You have to go to the duty finder.
How do I get to that? What button do I have? What do I have to press to get?
Start? You have to bring up the menu.
Yeah, I know, but how do I get the menu up?
Escape or start or in the bottom right? It depends on whether you're set to play with a controller or not.
No, I'm accepted. Oh, no,
dangerous.
no. This escape just gives me. Escape just gives me.
Is there a thing in the bottom right that has like the X, the little red circular icons?
Oh. Yeah. Wow, I got it now, man.
This thing doesn't kill me.
Advanced Mahjong. Okay. Nope, I've collected it.
Oh, that's interesting. I have to change back to Red Mage in order to participate in this duty. Alright, I'm starting the duty, but wait, I need to make sure you're not allowed to see my screen.
I can't see your screen.
Okay,
you think I can
no
toggle
cheating.
Between windows?
I don't know,
I
maybe.
can toggle between. You have to tell me if people are commenting on how cool I am there. I want to
Why
miss
does this
that.
have a little heart key on it? What does that mean?
Who is holding us up? Is it you?
I have already checked in. Some fourth person is not succeeding. They sat in queue and then they went away and they have not. Oh, here we go. All right, we're doing it.
Gosh,
we're doing it, friends. We're playing Mahjong.
I haven't played on this for a long time. Oh, it's Busty Ass!
Oh,
Yay!
no. No stream sniping, please. I will be very disappointed if anyone stream snipes, but I know I can trust all of you to be honest, good people who don't do that. I can trust these tiles to be hot garbage. Now...
Oh, no, I didn't change the... Oh, no.
Keep in mind...
No, I've got the stupid...
The Dora
tiles.
is one mon.
Oh, Dave, I've got the stupid
I'm
tile.
sorry. It must be very hard for you. This is weird, because in most other things... Oh, that's interesting. The red key means... Oh, yeah, that's what I thought it was a class lock. So, the red... So, okay, hold on.
I've got the funny
The
looking
Dora indicator in this game... the Dora place shows the literal tile that is the Dora, not the indicator. 9 mon is the indicator, so there's one 9 mon off the table that we can't immediately see.
What is that even? Okay, what? Oh, that's a 3?
Yeah, that was a 3.
Looks like a 5.
Gemma has the funky monster tiles. She's having a tough time.
So if I throw something, I might have to ask you to decode it for me. You know,
Honestly, FF14 is a really good game.
I think you can play the Mahjong, because I think you can play up to level 15 for free now,
You
right?
can play up to level 30 for free, so you actually
so-
do not have to pay for FF14 to play
There you
Mahjong.
go.
You will have to play through the game a bit to get to a point.
Someone told me you could do it in 30 minutes now, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it's probably not that terrible, but you do have to like level up enough that you can go to the gold saucer, and then once you can do that, you can play Mahjong there.
I did it in 2 hours, if that helps.
Yeah, like it's not crazy hard or anything. Ugh. None of these tiles are good.
I don't even know, because they all look stupid to me.
Oh, what's this?
What am I doing here? I actually don't know what I'm waiting for. Oh, that was
good.
dumb.
That's good.
This was a terrible idea, guys, so don't blame me.
I'm just gonna deal into her. No, I'm not the dealer. That should be fine.
Fine, exactly.
North?
You thought you were watching a Mahjong stream, but actually it was just a trick to get you to play Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's a trick. It's a Final Fantasy. Oh, and by the way, if anyone's hungry out there.
Yeah, the 9-pin's a bit weird. Like, I'm not entirely convinced by the way they designed it. You know, you're lucky you're looking at Dave's set. I've got the special Final Fantasy set, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah, if anyone's hungry, go to baldorfood.com. I know it's a Nagashi, but I had to give it up because I couldn't do it, even though I keep getting the tiles for it. I love Nagashi. It's one of my favorite hands that I don't think even counts in this game system.
Nagashi is in this, I got it.
Alright, let's just do this. Sure. Oh, it does. Oh, no. Surely this will all work out.
I'm a bit worried about these doors that people are throwing. I mean, the first door thrown was crazy, the second door is fine, but you know.
Okay. This is really dumb.
What are you doing, Dave?
I don't know, I'm playing Mahjong.
Throw into my hand, mate.
I might.
Just that.
Not yet, though. So the rules that this is, I would just call them reach rules. Like it's not the EMA reach rules. It's closer to that. It's when you get into reach rule sets, there's a lot of different ones, and they have a lot of different. All right, I'm just gonna move away from all of this. Sure. Let's push stupidly.
Yeah, so this is just Red Thighs. It's close to Tenho and Mahjong Soul and stuff. Come on, give me my tile, Dave.
That's not me. Oh, come on, man.
2 more left. 2 more. Oh, come on.
Alright, I played it safe.
That's right, I'm 4th down here. I remember now.
What was that?
Sanshoku. Waiting on the Forso. Idiot.
Wow, I did have one, but I did not give it to you. Ugh. What?
Still can't see anything. The East throws the East tile in the very first discard.
That's
you should
what
be
you
worried, or she can't read it.
You can read
go
the
either
East.
way right now.
Gemma's Bexar.
Yeah, I'm Bexa.
Let's just be dumb. I like.
Yeah,
door
it's not
tiles.
obvious from my real face, but in when I'm asked to create what I want to look like in life, I create this. Oh no! I create this this man with a blue earring and green hair.
Now this is dumb and over aggressive. I'm being dumb. Don't do what Dave's doing here.
You've got the Dora though. Actually,
I do have
the
a Dora.
Dora call is not that dumb.
It's not the worst.
Screw you, Mahjong. Sorry. Yeah, you know what? You can say that about me as well. Definitely listen to my advice. Don't watch what I do and try to replicate that because it's crap.
Dark gloom. It's true. Bexar doesn't look that happy about life. Oh my god, this is terrible.
I feel like our characters would get on well in the game.
Maybe. I don't look as angry. You look like miffed. I just look dumb.
Do you know what though? Probably because we both got to sit around with these pretty girls constantly.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Ugh, come on, game. I just want to get every tile I want. I shouldn't be doing this at all. I also shouldn't be doing this at the advanced tables.
Yeah, they punish you.
I know.
So that's a 5. You can't see it because you're looking at Dave's screen and it's fine. But on my screen, the 3 and the 5 look very similar.
I'm playing as if I'm not at the advanced table, which is a bad deal for me. I should not be doing that.
Baduk says, do you have a plan to write some introduction text on your Twitch profile which people could see under the stream? Yeah, Dave. Do we
Oh my god. Fine. Fine. Jeez. Uh-oh.
I think I wrote an introduction about me on my stream.
You might have, because you're smart.
I'm smart, yeah.
And do
I want
things.
people to watch me. Catboy is the only good male race. Fight me. I don't know. I like being a human still.
Hure? They named the human race Hure?
Yeah. I know, like, I really liked in Warcraft being a skeleton, and I'm disappointed I can't be a skeleton in Battle 5. Take it! Take it! Who wants it? God
Ugh.
damn it.
Ugh.
Remember all that stuff I said about paying attention to a flush? I didn't do it.
Ugh. Well, Dave lives to Dave another day.
I wish
I mean,
could...
it's an issue, but it's not.
I wish I could look at this couple because that's a fairly obvious flush.
Now I'm the dealer. All right, let's play like a real person. Who cares? All right, I'll take it. 9, so it's literal.
What you got, Dave? What you got?
I have every dragon and also every win.
No, it's not an issue that's been brought up before, actually, Baduk. You're possibly... No. Basically, we just need to abuse Dave into doing things. Because he won't do them. He won't do them unless I ask repeatedly, multiple times.
I do everything. Ooh.
We have been talking about how we need some intro and outro music for...
We've been talking about that for a long time. Yes.
Hi, Nikaido. Do you know what? I got distracted by the fact that I had a straight. And I was the dealer. I pushed too much. I hoped for too much. It was all that bloody Byman that I got earlier today. Made me think that I was strong and clever.
I don't like it. Something weird is going on here. I'm uncomfortable. Gemma's playing because she is cool.
Dave is Graviton and I am Bexar. How concerned should I be at an early 5-man discard?
An early red 5-man discard? Yeah,
Very.
I would be very concerned by that.
I'm concerned. I suspect, and I shouldn't really say because Dave's also at the table and playing.
Yeah, technically it's not cool.
Technically it's not cool, but I have my feelings. Should we test my feelings?
You could.
Let's test the feelings. I'm not on the left of them though, so it's less of a test.
My problem is I feel like I have to get stuff done, otherwise I'm gonna lose my deal.
Yeah, that's what I felt, and look how that hat worked out for me.
Beautifully. For Dave. Uh-oh. Alright.
Baduk says, I wish I can throw this card. Baduk says, when I came in the first time, even if I like Mahjong, I'm not sure what I'm seeing and there's nothing to tell me. That's a good point. Baduk makes a good point, Dave. I think that's right. And if we said as well, you know, first hour we do some strategy discussions, some instructionals, and then the next hour we play some Mahjong.
I don't know.
People might stay them.
Well, formats are good.
Yeah, they are good.
Alright, let's go this way. I think this is what has to happen.
I'm not kidding about Dave and Red Dragons. Is he doing it again?
Oh, this is bad. Let's do it. I'm doing it. I did it.
No, Red Dragons are like the American flag to him. Something safe and holy. I'm sorry, I'm just winding you up, mate.
It's okay.
7 pin.
I'll take it.
Damn it, Dave. What am I going to do with this? This is interesting. I have an interesting weight.
Ooh, Dora.
Dora.
Passes.
Dora. Someone else really wants to test our West player.
Jeez.
Oh, I don't like this. Okay.
West is very safe. Hey! So I shut down that weird shenanigans with a easy little Tanya.
I was Tempai.
I know.
Right.
Ugh. Okay, so let's see. The literal door is 4, so these tiles are not that awesome.
Do people prefer Tanya being open? I would say
Look, sometimes you gotta do a Tanya Nomi to shut down
because
some
it's a
shenanigans.
defensive move. If you don't have open Tanya, then there's the only defending hand then becomes Toy Toy basically.
Yeah.
I really like. I can see why some rule sets don't have open Tanya, but I think it's a little bit archaic now with the way that Mahjong has moved forward.
I mean, the thing is, if a lot of times the fear, if I remember many years ago, was that if you know, with open Tanya, people would just sit around making open Tanya forever, and that would be the only hand they ever went for. And I mean, you can play that way, but it doesn't really benefit you very much, actually. Like, it's...
No.
Oh my god.
But I can tell you've got a good hand because you keep losing your train of thought.
I don't actually have a good hand, I just have a hand worth thinking about at all.
Okay, fair enough.
And it's sad, and I don't like it.
Richie!
Oh no, why? Well, this north will stymie you.
And you know what? You should be worried because those 2 wests came.
I'm very worried by this, actually.
Those wests came out of my hand.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
You're gonna love it.
Am I?
That is a great hand. Come on, Dave. This hand's been haunting me all day, so I'm glad it's, finally come through for me.
Oh god.
What does Richie even mean?
I think it means reach. I think it's a literal word, reach.
No, well, do you know what? There are many, many arguments about this, whether it came from the English for reach. Sorry, distracted by my victory first,
Okay.
and then I'll get back to the problems.
That is pretty sick.
That's a nice hand. That makes me feel good
Oh,
about
and I had to be dealer for that garbage.
it. Sorry.
Fuck.
So, reach, some people say that it comes from the English, maybe from Shanghai, where, some colonialists, imperialists were knocking about. We won't mention who those were. Other people say that it's actually from and I probably subscribe to this theory that there is a Chinese move in a card game, Ridra, and it's got kanji and everything, and then they heard Ridra and they're like, what the hell is that? Okay, it's Richie now. They say it in bingo as well. If you're 1 away in bingo, they'll say, I'm Richie. Yeah, Nikaido, try and use English if you can, please. I know you speak beautiful English. Yeah,
No, I'm not.
Kuinobashi?
Playing for called Shanto.
No one understands Kuinobashi.
That's. Fuck you.
Yeah, no one understands Kuinobashi.
I'm tired of this shit. Yeah, it would be like I'm in reach, or I am declaring reach, or something like that.
Yeah, like the Chinese is like maybe like the character for stand up, and like I don't know. It probably comes from a card game. Is the honest truth, but
Fine.
like Uno, yeah, it's like Uno.
It's like Uno.
We should just
It's a little bit
translate
like
as Uno. People would hate me if I did that. I'm just imagining the indignation now. It'd be worth it just for that.
It's difficult. It's one of those interesting.
Oh yeah, we're happy to explain Japanese.
Oh, I do remember. I do remember that. It's okay.
We're happy to explain Japanese terms. Ask if we say something that's nonsensical. It's usually coming out of my mouth.
Great. I might just bail away from this. There's no reason to focus on a Thule Reach like this. Unless something incredibly good happens to me right now. Oh, thanks, Gemma.
Oh, you're welcome. I was hoping that someone would throw that before the dealer reach, because I have another one. Oh,
now do I bail?
Run out of safe tiles. Oh, 3D.
Let's try it. I'll play that. I've played that much.
You know what? I was mocking you. Oh no! A new safe tile came to me.
No, it's over. Life is over. I'm done. I'm very done.
Ooh, I have no safe tiles.
That's not that irrational because the 3 and the 4. They're probably never going to throw the 3 and the 4.
Bugger. Oops. That was the timer. I didn't intend that.
This.
I spent going like, oh no.
So the markings on top of the tile. This game attempts to be like to give you an indicator of what tiles might be dangerous. So it's like the game's guess. I have no idea what logic it's based on, and I don't know if it's worth paying attention to. Okay. Tanyo door.
Ooh.
Tanyo 4-door. Ugh, this is why I don't like red 5s. It makes those hands so big.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, there's definitely points inflation. So.
God.
Your song is nicely ahead. Oh, I'm the best rated player on this table. I feel awesome.
Come on, tiles. I got work to do. We gotta get it together.
Yeah, seriously.
Alright.
You can tell I've got a good hand because I slowly go quieter and quieter.
Yeah, you've got something going on.
Well, I'm not sure if it's a good hand, but it's one of those, as you said, you've got to think about it. You're like, oh.
Yeah, it's suddenly.
I can't just autopilot this
attention.
one. Yeah.
It's tough. The thing about Japanese terms that's a little tricky is like, again, most of my experience is based around.
Also, I would like to offer that these Japanese terms aren't Japanese; they're mostly Chinese. Garbled into Japanese.
But a lot of what I end up doing is helping people in America learn to play, and what we found is that it can be very disorienting for people to come into a game and just have these like mountains of Japanese terms thrown at them immediately. And so a lot of times, like, I'll try to use more English terms when possible for people who aren't so comfortable with the Japanese, but like
there's some that, you know, like Pinfu or Furiten, I think those are just terms that you have to teach.
True. Like, there's no getting away from it. If you want to play seriously or competitively, you need to know those terms. But, like, for people getting started, having everyone just be like, oh, you know, Shimocha is Damatan, and everyone's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
One away. I agree with North Grizzly. One away. Don't need to have Ishanten. Do you know what really annoys me? My secret pet peeve is when you go to a tournament which is explicitly English and people say Dora-san. And I'm like, I'm okay with the Dora.
Yeah,
okay
like, why are you doing that?
But you do realize we've got our own numbers. Like, say Dora free, it's fine.
Yeah, Dora is a term, but like Dora-san is like, what?
That's just someone being like,
yeah.
I understand Japanese. I'm like, okay, great, well done, clap, clap, clap.
No, I'm not in last place, so I don't have to fight as hard as possible. But I can't just sit and do nothing.
Kuinobashi?
Kuinobashi. What is Kuinobashi?
18 bridge. Oh, you could definitely translate that. It's just there's probably not a term yet for it. I would say it's probably, Dave would probably call it when you massage something. You massage it into a better shape. Or slide.
Okay, I can see that.
It's when you upgrade
Bridge number 91.
to a two-sided weight.
So bad.
It's a slide.
Look at all those 6-0s coming out.
I have problems.
I also have problems.
Feel like our friend Jihyo really likes flush hands.
Yes. A very strong flush play coming out right now from the dealer.
Ooh.
Safe on the
Now
reach.
they're Tenpai.
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
This is fine. Oh my god. I hate
No! No.
Oh no. Well. Sumo? No.
Sukokunai. Okay, if we're gonna go Crazy Town, I'll join Crazy Town. Oh, we've got another tile to draw? Damn it, I wouldn't have done that.
Nope. I am super done with all this.
I wish I'd done. Oh no.
Ugh!
I deserve that.
Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah, I was sitting there with 6, 7, with 1, 2, 4, 6,
Should
7,
have
7,
thrown
8,
the red
9.
5. I knew the red 5 was safer, but I was like, it's a red
Oh,
5.
good. This hand just makes me so happy.
What, is that a sarcastic one?
Fuck. This is the worst.
Yeah.
This is the worst. This is the worst. I'm so angry. I hate this. Everyone, I hate this. Just so you know, I hate
Does
this.
he have lots of Dora, guys? Because every time he's really angry, he has like 20 Dora or something. He's like,
I'm just gonna discard everything Gemma discards.
It's good. It's a good move.
It's my
mate.
new strategy.
He's got Dora, hasn't he? I am not reading. I'm not reading the chat, guys, so you can laugh at how dumb he's being. I will not read the chat now. I'm looking away from the chat.
Oh no!
What are you doing? Oh no, I'm desperate to know. I like it better when I can watch and laugh.
Oh no!
Dave, what is this? Chanta.
Oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
What is that bullshit? What kind of crappy play is that?
Oh, I would actually call it a great play. I would call it possibly the greatest play.
Are you flushing here? Because you could still be flushing.
Exactly. I could be doing anything. You don't even know.
I'm gonna try and flush you out.
All right. No, I'm a believer, and Team Dave in the chat. I'm calling them Team Dave now. Team Dave in the chat knows where we're going with this.
Flush?
Better. No! No! I'll talk about the content later. Gemma's gonna try to shut me down because she's mean.
I mean, Dora Pond bullshit crap. You changed the Nagare.
I was dealt a Pong of the Dora, alright? It's not my fault.
You
Oh my
suck.
god, I don't like this at all.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna shut your crap down. Everyone's
wait,
trying
shit.
to shut your crap
Hold on.
down.
I have to do this. Everyone is gonna try to shut my crap down. And I'm not gonna make it. It's okay. I know I'm not gonna make it now that everyone's going apeshit. And you're to my left, which means nothing good will happen to me.
Safer.
Oh my god, I hate this. I super hate this.
Everyone's putting the same bullshit.
I know, everyone's just going nuts.
Oh, God. Dave, don't. Just don't. Oh. Oh, I deserve to lose. Oh, I deserve to lose again. I'm just taunting you now.
I
So
know.
mean.
I know.
Okay, you don't need a 7 pin, you don't need a 9 pin. I got away with this before.
Oh no!
Oh, that's alright. I'm okay paying into that.
I was Tenpai on Sanshoku Junchan Dora 4 on the 8 pin.
Why did you can that Dora? That was bullshit.
To be
You were just
gutsy.
showing off.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
It would have been so
I'd rather the
beautiful.
balls to discard the 9 man because he can the Dora. That's why I have the balls to
so
discard it.
beautiful.
The fun's over. Yeah. That's why. Like,
I'm
you
so
know,
sad.
a can of Dora open? Nah, I'm not respecting that bullshit.
I'm so sad, Gemma.
I'm not getting pushed off for that. No. No.
How did you not deal that 8 pin? I felt like that 8 pin was gonna come out too.
I was more concerned about the pin area than I was the man area. Because you held on to the pins later than you did the others.
I had some weird stuff going on there.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
Oh, did I misclick now?
possibly. But I needed to keep my options is the thing. Like I had no...
So it wasn't the 8 pin look dangerous, it was that the pins looked dangerous to me.
It's fair.
The fact that he held that 4 pin a little bit longer than in the other suits made me think that maybe, you know, I don't know what he was doing canning that Dora though. He'd really locked himself in at that point.
Oh, I know. But again, it was one of those things where I was just like, this is happening?
But what is important is it's not something that I could tell you exactly what he was waiting for. It's just, this area looks risky. This area looks like maybe I should try and avoid it.
Sometimes you just gotta play with your gut.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd normally play quite as crazy as that. Ah, yeah.
Oh, I don't like this.
And I just lost my safe tiles.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here. Throw this. It's fine.
No, someone forge a path for me, please.
Yeah, please deal something I have. Oh, you didn't. Oh, that is really bad. No, we gotta get out of here. I can't do this.
How would I start to read this pool? The one that he's got?
It's a tough one.
The Jihyo, the East?
Yeah. Timer.
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah, you gotta watch out.
Oh yeah, sorry. So the typical progress of someone's hand is that the earlier discards look the least like their hands, and the closer discards look more like their hands. So
That passed. Sumo.
yeah,
4 pin, 7 pin. Okay.
it's an interesting. I'd like to see how they got to that.
Yeah, why didn't they keep that 8?
Yeah,
It would have been a nice 3-sided weight.
because people like us would throw into it.
Maybe.
As I said, it's basically if you have no idea, you're better off, as I was trying to do, is throwing tiles that they've already discarded, or tiles that you know. If I've got 3 red dragons, it's very unlikely that they're waiting on a red dragon.
No luck for Dave today. I'm sad about that.
So mostly what I do is I try to watch to see if a progression is unusual. At the moment, no one is doing anything particularly unusual here.
Not
It all looks
really,
like
but-
people are progressing in a regular way.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Dave would just wait for the red dragons. Sorry.
Not waiting
Dave's
for the red dragons. Eh.
Oh, we've gone quiet again. Obviously something good's happening.
I know,
So,
I know.
yeah,
like
I'd spot the odd stuff rather than try to read hands, to be honest. Yeah.
It really depends. Like, yeah, I think we talked about this a little last week. When you're starting out, like, yeah, you're better off just being like, do I think something weird is going on? Trying to come up with a full imagination of what someone else's hand is very difficult for anyone, and don't stress out about it over the course of your beginner game lifetime.
So I'm not going to play safe because I want to push against the North player. And I'm going to throw the West because it's not his wind. And if you did win on that West, I would anticipate to be a fairly cheap hand. Oh dear.
Inside weight on the 2, okay.
Oh, next to the door, yeah. Well,
all of this conspiring to make sure I stay in last place.
This does change things up. And now I'm third. I don't like being third.
Yeah. This is a great game where I don't accomplish anything.
Why do we prefer playing on Final Fantasy?
I think we just started doing it at some point.
Yeah, I was mostly playing on Final Fantasy. I forget why. Oh, because I wanted to get... I don't know what I want a lot of things in life. Yeah. Of course, my professional group is contracted to several Mahjong portals, so I have to be a little careful as to what I am promoting. Mahjong Soul, never. Don't start us, man. It's not worth starting us. You're just poking the hornets.
Not worth it.
Nah. Yeah. Go on, guys. Get out your sake and your kanya. Oh, I used to do a great impression of the rip-off Nikaido. Oh, Pandesu. You've learned more theory here in an hour in the past 2 years. Yay, Vado, please watch us more. Thank you.
Glad to have you.
I feel now that my day wasn't entirely wasted because I basically did nothing else.
Oh man.
Ipino doesn't have any problem with Tenho at all. I personally prefer playing Ron. A lot in part, and I have to be honest, especially now with the quarantine, Ron is just full of professional players, and the level of play there is super high. My Tenho I've always struggled with, and this is not Tenho's fault, this is entirely my fault. I can't keep my ID because I suck. Even if I email it to myself, which people tell me to do, I can't find the email again because I suck. Also, and then when I lose my Tenho ID, I cannot be asked to grind through those lower rooms again. Because, and this is not on me, those lower rooms suck. New Run looks amazing. Have you seen New Run? Can we play New Run? Because when I was on there today, it was like, it's currently on blah blah blah. You cannot look at it. I was like, when is New Run coming? I want New Run. But yeah, Run is great, obviously. But unfortunately, in Japanese. Oh really? Oh, I should pay attention to Twitter more. I didn't realize they were putting screenshots. That would be awesome. Do you know what my dream wonderful life would be if they put New Run up and miraculously it was all in English. That would be good times.
Pretty good times.
Because then everyone would play that. Oh, why am I east with this crap? Sorry, that's why I keep getting distracted. I'm just angry. Like the Tenho, yeah. Yeah, why don't they create a site the West players also play with? I mean, do you know what? I mean, why didn't they translate Japanese RPGs for decades? It's the same problem.
The general imagination is there's not a lot of market.
Yeah, it costs money. It costs money to get it into English. It's not cheap. You have to pay your translators, your developers, your support. You know, you can't just throw it out there and hope for the best.
I'm gonna lose so bad.
I mean, they do. I mean, JPML, I'd like to point out, puts a lot of effort into trying to spread Riichi Mahjong across the world. That's why they have me. That is all I do basically in that association now, is try to get. Gosh,
All
this
right.
player is strong. This player is strong. Is try to get people to play more Mahjong.
Hey, catapulting me into 3rd place.
Well done, Dave. It's
I'm
lovely.
so good at Mahjong.
That puts me into 2nd now.
Yeah, I just need to make anything happen.
I mean, you got to remember, like, even video game. You know, when you talk about wanting to translate a video game, it costs hundreds of thousands of pounds sometimes. You know, depending on what you're translating. You have to you have to have translators, a full team. You have to have developers. You have to have testers. It has to go through lot check again. They have to make a new press. And however, I love Japanese RPGs. I've been a nerd most of my life. And in the end, I think it's important to me, but there's just not actually physically that many people. We sit around in our little groups on Discords and stuff, and it looks like there's enough. But if you really, extrapolate it out, you're like, oh, okay, 10,000 people are going to buy this game. Is it worth them doing it? Especially when they could just throw more and more resources at making Mario again. There are guides, Baduk, online. Come back next week and I'll see if I can locate one. Paper Mario was great. I don't know. I mean, this G-Hyo must be strong to an extent because they've managed to get themselves up to 4th Dan.
Yeah, it's also true. They've played a lot. They have a good rating. They have a high Dan ranking. Like, they're doing something not wrong.
Yeah.
This is bad. But I'm in a desperate spot.
I mean, video games nowadays. It used to be different when video games were cheaper to produce, right? But, and not to bring up Gamergate, but trust me, it wasn't the women or journalism that destroyed games. It is just the sheer amount of money it costs to make them that destroyed them. It's absurd now. It's really, and they don't want to take risks on art. They want to know that if they pump out another Metal Gear Solid or Red Dead, that they are going to make not just their money back,
It's
but
not about art.
a nice healthy chunk for their shareholders as well. And that's just the reality of capitalism, unfortunately.
Oh, good. Just what I needed.
Yeah, that is not what I wanted either. Do I go risky? Risky? Yeah, risky.
How risky do I get? I'm doing it. I don't care.
Forge a path for me, Dave. Oh my days.
I'm forging.
That's not really what I hoped for.
This is really dumb.
What am I gonna do now?
But I gotta do. I'm in last place. I gotta do something. Well, maybe get out of last place.
Crap. 2 Dora? Okay.
You're ahead of me by 100 points. No.
Yeah, I am, man. It's all here.
I can get 2nd place. It's
This is the
doable.
true game.
This is it.
True.
What
Oh,
is
no.
this? No. No. This is not what I wanted.
By Dave squealing,
This is not what I wanted.
and this is gonna show you. And I'm not gonna look at. I'm gonna maximize my window so I can't see the chat at all. By
No.
Dave squealing, I know that he's got all the Dora.
No. I
He does,
don't
doesn't
have
he?
any Dora. I've never had a Dora in my life.
Bloody, that just goes to show how much time we spent together.
I know. Well, this is part of it. It's like online is so different than.
I can even sometimes work out what he's doing from the way he you suck at your teeth sometimes or like smack your lips. I'm like, oh, now I know.
This is all the worst. Everything about this hand makes me sad.
And to be honest, this is exactly why I prefer playing with people in real life, because you actually do start to get to know people and build relationships with them,
Yeah.
which you just can't do online. In Mahjong, you're not gonna hear their cries of pain.
Probably not, but you might.
You might. Yeah.
Ugh. She can just read my screen. She's stream sniping.
Have his like, yeah. Oh, I want to be second.
But I want to be second.
No. What's going on in the novice chat? Oh, I remember why I left novice chat now. So, Dave's going for Chanto with 5 Dora.
Olorin might make the comeback. It's possible. What is this? This is hot garbage.
I've got to pay attention now. I don't want to go to 4th place, and I could easily sink at this point.
This is funny. I like it.
Ah, bullshit.
Cruiser, you got my number. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna do it. We together will do this.
Oh, buggery bollocks. No.
Oh, this is so dumb. All right, we're gonna go the right way.
Oh, Dave.
What?
Toy bullshit crap.
What?
Toy. No, it's toy. It's gonna mutter to that.
Mother's toy.
Bloody toy.
Oh, someone did a thing, and I don't remember what the thing is. I think they subscribed or they followed. Thank you.
Thank you for following.
It made the noise, but I don't remember what the noise symbolizes because it's not a common happening.
Dave gets followed so little.
I'm not that popular, okay? All right. We're back in Okaysville. Well, technically. Very technically.
No. Yes. Right by the door, and I got away with it.
It is right by the door. You did get away with it.
You already threw this already. I know there's other players at the table.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's other people here, you know.
Ooh. Ooh. What are you gonna do with all those doors, Dave?
Nothing.
Oh, bullshit. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, why? No, I don't want another tile.
Oh, I get one more. Maybe I'll win on the last draw.
I just relaxed then. I just relaxed.
Oh no!
Yes!
No!
Yes! No, I got one as well. Yes.
Oh no!
Do I get last tile claim as well?
I think you do. I did have 3 Dora in that hand. It was gonna be Toy Dora 3, and instead I get busted to death. Ah! I was worried that the 6 pin would be much more dangerous. It was 6 pin or 6 up.
Nice.
Ah. You think? I don't know. I shouldn't have been as worried. I should have been more careful because being Tempi would have actually wouldn't have got me into 2nd place. That was dumb. Ah, my rank points. No, can I lose my rank in this?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You can get demoted.
I don't want to do that. I definitely don't want to do that.
Oh, I remember now. I get
Oh
the 5th
no.
job.
See, I was actually Tempai on nothing for a while. And then I was considering conning the 1-pin to see if I could get the Rinchan. But the opportunity never came up. Playing aggressively for Toy Toy was maybe not the smartest way to do that hand. But then again, I don't know what else I would have done with it. I guess I could have just finessed it and seen where it went. That's my problem. Again, this is my problem when I play online is I never have the patience to like sit and finesse when I keep thinking to myself like, oh, I should like actually play this out properly.
I mean, definitely there's different things that you're fighting depending on whether you're playing in real life or online.
Oh yeah. It's one of the
Hello,
things.
Busty. Hi. You're a Tempai on that Stampin', no yak.
Yeah.
How does ranking work? Do they do pro Dan ranking? There's a pro Dan ranking basically. Yeah. That's how it works. And you earn points towards a Dan ranking.
God.
Hi, all of us. It's nice to play with you again, finally. Defeat. It's been a while since I've actually logged on to that character.
But I'd like to say that I earned that Junchan Sanchoku door for. That was the hand that I deserved. And once I didn't get that, it was all over for me. The moral victory was there. Was putting that hand together.
Yeah, the moral victory. Take that to bed.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to believe in my moral victory. Hi Vostress. Nice game.
Yeah.
Good game for everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, what do you want to advertise? You want to advertise your league again?
Yes. So USPML League, the USPML World Online League is tomorrow. If you follow us on Twitter at USPML, we just tweeted about it earlier today or yesterday, I believe. So there's a tweet right up there. I can definitely toss a link in. Although the link that I tossed in earlier to the Discord is also the link to the online league. It'll take you to the online league channel. I don't have it saved.
Post it again. Post the link again.
I'm doing it. Hold on. I love all of you. Give me a minute. I'm still stinging for my defeat.
You find out how to gain luck. Can you tell me too? Cruz, I'm with you.
Where was it? Oh my god, it's gone. It's scrolled back from the chat.
Make another one.
Hold on. I like to redo invites that already exist, and that's what drives me nuts. Is that Discord does not understand that, and because of that, it does not let me do that easily, and it drives me crazy. So I'm going to reuse this invite because I want to see how many people take the invite, so I know how many people have joined us. And here this is. Bam. Okay, cool. Here's our Discord link to join us on Discord. Once you're in the Discord, you can enter the online league channel. We start at 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's North American, New York Eastern time. We generally recommend people get in around noonish because that way everyone can make sure they're like logged in and set up and comfortable and ready to go. We also have a whole bunch of voice channels, so people who want to voice chat, you can go in a chat channel with just the players on your table and hang out and talk a little bit while you play. Obviously, please no cheating. Please no making other players uncomfortable, etc., but I'm sure everyone's decent and has no problem with that. Anyways, we've done our shenanigans, played our games, we've taught our lessons. Huh?
Yeah. For this week. We'll be back next week.
Indeed, we will be back next week to do more of the same and maybe more of something different. So wait. So you do not need to register anywhere right now because it's open, because we're online and we're doing stuff. We do. The rankings are on our website at uspml.com. I can actually bring them up right now. We're doing them right now by Tenho account. Let me make sure I get it. Here we go. So these are the rankings as of last session. We're going to be doing 2 session-long months. It's going to be your best streak of 5. Wait, no, that's the wrong link. That's the link from our in-person league. The link for the online league is here.
What was the time? New York time?
1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be playing on Tenho, yes.
It's either 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I can never remember.
It should be 5 p.m.
Oh, no, that's right. No, it's 7 p.m. It is 7 p.m. GMT, I think.
No, we're 4 off GMT right now. We're -4 right now.
Oh, God. Okay, so it's 5 p.m. GMT, 6 p.m. British summertime.
When is the next in-person league? The next in-person league, I genuinely hope it is as soon as possible.
At home.
But yes, for now, we are not going to run in-person events, even if there was some reasonable way to social distance, like
It's on
Mahjong
tempo.
where everyone touches the tiles together. Like, I don't want to be responsible for anyone getting sick. What? It's 6 hours behind. Oh, behind Europe. Well, if you want to talk about Europe proper, I'm not going to get involved in that conversation. I'm just a humble
Which part of
USian.
Europe? Central Europe.
For me, all of Europe is just,
Emma.
Egypt.
There's good arguments.
Please come join us. We're going to be developing more and more cool tools to help make League fun and give you game outcomes and get you stuff. So be excited.
Dave has been working hard for once. I can't.
Very hard. There's a lot of neat stuff we have brewing to make League cool and fun and give you some pretty instant feedback about how you're doing. And it'll probably end up segging into a more, I don't know, for those of you who remember 7447, which might even still be in use, but we're probably going to end up segging it a little more into a casual room where people can go play wherever they want and have their stats pulled into a casual ranking as well for people who don't want to do the stress of League. I failed a fate just by standing here. Anyways.
Do you know what? That's my life.
Yeah.
Suddenly this line failed. I'm like, oh my god.
Anyways, thank you all. Thank you all for coming to join us. We're going to get our outro music going soon. 6 hours older than Humph.
Yeah, respect us.
Good to meet you, Badakisa. Good to see you, everybody. We will be back next week. Join us again, and maybe I'll do more streaming stuff during the week if I'm bored and lonely and love you guys. And I do love you guys. I have been really busy with work. But see everyone later. Gonna go to our logo. We're gonna do our outro music that we still don't have. I need outro music. But we love all of you. See you all later. There's so much delay on the stream.
It's not. It's better than, really, it's better than the delay I was struggling with. My delay was a good minute at one point. I don't know why. I've got to work that out.
Yeah, there's a huge delay right now, and people can hear us talking about this huge delay, maybe. But like, yeah, it just showed me failing that fate.
Oh, you were.
Twitch is like seriously overwhelmed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what are you going to do? There's a lot of people around. But Amaranth only has 3,000 viewers, so I'm concerned for her well-being.
I'm also concerned she might be not doing too good.
And I'm telling you, all the Twitch thoughts, they all went to bloody OnlyFans, so... Because they can monetize better there.
Well, yeah, of course. It's much better. At the end of the day, like, again...
Basically, you go to OnlyFans to see nudes.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Twitch, I mean... Twitch